listening pleasure, reaching for the bars.
Huzzah.
Huzzah, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Ching.
James,
Cheers.
secret drink.
Cheers. Cheers.
Ching, ching, ching.
Don't say that.
Oh, boy.
Ching chong. Welcome to Reaching for the Bars podcast. Oh, what was that, Andrew?
We're good.
Okay.
It's totally fine.
Today you're here with, to my left, Mr. Caleb Whitney.
Hello.
To my far right is Mr. Andrew Weis.
Good morning.
And we have a very special guest, Mr. James Drake.
Hello.
Hey.
You have a thing on the thing.
Every time, man.
Let me do it again. Let me do it again.
Okay.
And to my right, we have Mr. James Drake.
Hello.
Encore.
James
I think
is
we do this
our
every time.
very special guest, standing in for Mabry, or I guess standing in for Adam.
Since Adam is on the podcast.
Yeah.
Since Adam is on the podcast more than Mabry.
Yeah. So, but we reached out to James, and Mabry couldn't be here today because Gabby, his wife, had ACL repair surgery, and she's doing great.
Yep.
She's high as a kite,
Nah.
but not from the pain meds, just something else.
I mean,
Something
that's just a
different.
daily
Yeah,
life
something
thing.
different. Yeah,
Just
something
not
different.
life.
Yeah. So we asked James to jump on the podcast with us today just to fill in. He's been on the podcast before, and we always enjoy having him. So thank you, sir, for being here.
thanks,
Sir, thank you for having me.
We're going to talk about just a handful of things today. We have a fun game that we're going to play with James. This sparked because James is in our fantasy football league, and watching him draft was super funny. So we thought we would throw this out there and see what James knows.
Okay.
But first thing we're going to talk about is last Sunday. Andrew wasn't there because he doesn't like to help his friends. But me, Dave, and Caleb went to James's farm, and I don't know what you call it. Do you call it wrangling cattle? Can I call it that?
Sure.
We were wrangling cattle.
That sounds so professional.
Yeah, we were wrangling cattle. So
I showed up in cowboy boots, spurs, and a cowboy hat.
so
You
Caleb,
had Spurs?
not where you
I'm a
think.
cowboy, dude.
Not where you think. Yeah. I showed up.
You ever seen Woody from Toy Story?
I have.
Basically, I showed up like him.
He says, "Howdy, partners."
His boot says Rachel.
Oh, because Rachel owns him.
Get it?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. And that's not
So
a
the
marriage joke, really?
the first part of the story that's funny is I showed up. Caleb was there before me, and so I wasn't sure how long he was there before me, but I felt like Caleb had some knowledge that I didn't have yet, so I would just listen to Caleb. So Caleb, they're trying to round up some stray cattle that weren't in the pen, and Caleb's like, "I think we should walk up here." So I was like, "Okay." Caleb seems pretty confident. I mean, we didn't get 10 steps towards the high side of this field, and what was his name?
Mark.
Mark was like, "Hey, y'all, get him up there. Move, get on down." We're like, "Oh." I was like, "Dang it, Caleb, you made me look stupid. I've been here for 15 seconds. They already think I don't know what I'm doing." But so basically, you have cows and bulls, and you take twice a year, you
Yep.
take some of them to for vacation.
Yeah.
Market.
It's a one-way trip.
Yeah, they're not coming back from it. It's a one-way vacation.
Yeah.
It's Slaughterville is the name of the town that they go to.
You went from trying to be gentle to just going straight to it.
So, but twice a year you round up the cattle.
Yeah, fall is the biggest one, and so like we'll sell in the spring too, but it's usually a pretty small load.
Will there be more baby bulls and cows?
Yeah.
How long does it take from a cow from getting pregnant to having the babies?
It's usually about 9-10 months.
Oh, is it really that long?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know why in my head I was like 3 or 4 weeks.
How old do calves have to be for you to like a bull have to be for you to like? Usually about 18 months. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was so like those ones that were going in the trailer were Yeah. 18 months or older. Yeah, the really big one that wanted to whoop everybody.
The big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was probably about 2.5 years old. He
He
had
was
some
big.
size. Yeah, he brought the most, by the way.
How much?
He was about a 650-pound cow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was fun. James would Andrew, since you don't know and nobody knows, James would point out ones that we were, or Mark. Mark knew what he was doing, obviously.
Yeah, Mark. Oh, yeah. Mark was like,
He was leading the show.
yeah, he's been friends with us, gosh, long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And so anytime I'm trying to do anything farm related, I call him. He's like, yeah, I'll come give you a hand.
Yeah, he knows exactly what to do, and you just kind of like listen to what Mark says and just kind of go forward.
So the funniest thing to me of that whole day was we all showed up. Dave's been there last year.
Oh yeah,
and so there's like a group
Dave
of
walking around like this.
So he literally has 3 more hours of experience than me and Caleb.
But there's a group of like 7 of us, I would say, 6 or 5 or whatever it might be. But anyways, James and another guy are on vehicles to kind of get out to the outskirts and round these guys up and round the cows up, and then they give Mark, who's had years and years and years of experience, a younger kid that helps James out as a farmhand, and then Dave, who has 3 more hours of experience than I do, the whip, this bull whip. and then Dusty and I are like, all right, let's go.
I was seriously like, why do you guys get weapons and I don't get a weapon? I feel like I should have a weapon.
But then I watched Mark use his, and I'm like, that's why he has one.
So
Dave, why do you have one?
Dave would tap the cows to like get them to move. Like, here you go, bud. Come on, bud. And Mark comes up and he's like, yo, get whack. I mean, the first time he hit one, I was like, oh my God.
He was like baseball swinging at
I mean,
them.
he was hitting them so hard to get them to, so you want to like get them to move to go in the right direction. Like you're just trying to redirect them is basically what he was doing.
Basically what we did is we took James's herd. I don't know, is that the proper terminology for that? Yeah. So his whole herd section them off in the one spot, and then you had to sort them out of the bulls that were going and the calves and the mothers that were staying. So like they would those guys were all in charge of kind of like separating them out. Oh, man. And like every once in a while there'd be like a mother with a bull that's coming through, and then I was in charge of the gate as far as like open the gate up, shut the gate, all that type of stuff. And
hey, you did great, man.
But
except for that one.
Except for that one guy got through. I'm pretty disappointed.
Or the cows.
But
go ahead.
I kind of figured out pretty quickly that James gave myself the gate and Dusty the gate. So I assume I'm like, that just must be the new guy job. Like just, hey, stay out of the way. Open and close this door when I tell you to, okay, bud? Like,
seems important.
I was in charge of the gate once, and then I also plugged a hole to make sure
right.
cows didn't get through it.
Nice.
James told me that was the most important job.
It really is.
I feel like he's lying. But
No.
I was like, you shall not pass.
I knew you'd take it.
Yeah, I was like locked in there. So it's like this little, so you're getting them from the cattle chute onto this trailer. And there's like this tiny little hole, maybe, how big is it? Like maybe 12 inches?
Yeah.
Not big enough for a cow, but they're like, it'll get out of there.
Yeah.
So like I had my chest like on it, and I would like stick my hand and push the cows if they got too close. But they were like, your friend, the other guy, he was like, it's really important you don't let these cows get out of there. And I was like, Jesus, man, this is my first day. I've been here for 18 minutes. Yeah. And these are worth money. Like, you want me to be like.
Well, it gets very physical.
Yeah.
And folks that we've stuck in that position in years past, they get spooked.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you saw how aggressive they get. I mean,
some of them.
As soon as that door opens,
they probably know what's happening.
They hit it.
So you're going to be surprised. The cows don't want to go there.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
They would like to be out in the pasture.
Yeah.
There is nothing about this that they're enjoying.
Yeah. So, Caleb, the best part of the day, there's two. Well, no, this is not the best part of the day. These are the worst parts of the day. But to me, I'm thankful that it wasn't to me. Caleb tried to manhandle a cow. And this is going to maybe surprise you. They're very strong.
Yeah.
And
manhandle. I was trying to get in front of it.
Caleb tried to push this cow, and it spinned and kicked him 3 times in the leg.
Yeah.
3 times in the leg. One really close to the moneymaker. Like way too close. So after that, I was like, ooh, that's they really will kick you. And it was like a cow. Like it wasn't like a bull, right? It was just a cow.
It was a mother.
It was a mother.
Yeah.
And then later on, so basically you get all the cows. You sort the ones that you're taking into one pen, and you take the ones that you're keeping into another. Mm-hmm. And then once you get the ones that you're sending onto the truck, you bring the other ones back in and try to get them into the chute so that James can give them ivermectin.
It's like COVID vaccine?
Yeah, give them the COVID vaccine. That's another story. But anyway, so James, we all took ivermectin. We were just like shooting it in our mouth. We were like,
we were taking
COVID free since 2023, baby. So anyway, me and Dave, I don't know how it happened. I was just kind of following Dave around because he didn't know what he was doing. Dave's a wild man. I mean, he's wild.
He got pretty crazy.
I mean, he's not scared at all. He was like, "Y'all get that." The cow was like, and he was like, "No, what are you doing? Whack it!" Like, hey man, thing looks angry. So he got real close to one, and one kicked him right on the top of the knee. Ooh. And I was like, "Oh God, my God, that looks like it hurt." He's like, "Nope, it's fine, totally cool, it's totally fine." Caleb got hit 3 times, and I was like, "That doesn't make That looks like it hurt, man.
I
So
didn't know he said that.
I'm sure this is very stressful for you. You know, it's money for you, so it's like a
Yeah.
big deal. It's not funny, but to all of us, it was this wild situation because we know James is like this very calm, cool dude.
Until it's working day.
His dad is there helping.
Oh man, stay out of that
And
relationship.
so
man.
one of the cows. So what was your friend's name? I forget. I'm terrible. with
Charlie.
names. Charlie. He's got the job to the cow
head
will come
catch,
in.
yeah.
He'll catch their heads, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
stop them so they can like inject them with the stuff, ivermectin and whatnot.
Yeah, we were doing. We also did basically like flu shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The COVID shot.
Unbelievable.
James has to stockpile the COVID shot. He just gives them to the cows. He
What
doesn't
was the
care.
blue thing y'all were spraying on him?
That was that ivermectin.
Yeah, that was ivermectin.
And then what was the pressure washer?
That was fly poison.
flat
Oh,
poison?
okay.
Fly.
Fly poison. Fly poison.
I need some of that for the gym.
Yeah.
Just cover
We should
that.
spray you in it.
I mean, I kind of got sprayed in it that day.
So
The way Dad was shooting everybody, I
yeah.
don't think anyone had flies
They
for
would,
a week.
they would go into the chute, and then your dad would sit there with the fly poison wasn't a pressure washer, so he's just in there like, all right, watch out, like not give you a chance to move at all. You're just sitting there getting sprayed.
Yeah.
so one of the first cows, the catch didn't work, right? It was a malfunction.
Yeah.
And it
well,
may have been human error and a little bit of malfunction.
yeah, that's the other thing. Is like we were a little bit out of practice.
Yeah, that's
And,
fair. And you had a bunch of new guys that didn't know what the heck they
Yeah,
were doing.
because
I was in charge of another gate.
Yeah.
everybody's just out walking around.
Yeah.
But like the way that thing's supposed to work is that the door will swing inward. So
Yeah.
when the cow walks forward, it'll click forward.
Yeah.
and-
Because their
and
shoulders are
lock-
too
yeah.
broad to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is most of them can shimmy right through that thing because it's kind of slow acting.
yeah.
And if it doesn't catch quick enough, they can just shoot right
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
And that's where Charlie and I were having a discussion.
Yeah, a discussion. Yeah.
I
So
was like, here, kick it open. He was like, no, they'll go right through it. And I was like, no, I was like, that's a big ass cat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
well, we didn't put it in effect
Yeah,
yet.
I know it's not yet. I was like, that's a big cow. It'll stop. Well,
Yeah.
it just shot right through. And he was like, you believe me now?
Yeah, so James and Charlie look at each other and they're both angry and they're both mad. So and I'm like, oh, well, this is a problem. And then James looks at his dad. This is the best part. So this cow gets out, didn't get its shots, right? Like it's gone.
Didn't get anything.
So and then James looks at his dad and goes, "Did you spray it?" And James's dad goes, "No." He's like, "I'm not going to curse," but he's like, "You over here telling me what to do? You have to do your job." And me and Dave looked at each other and we were like, "Do you want to get in the pen?" And so me and Dave jumped into the pen with the cows and we were like, "We'll just wrangle them up."
I mean, okay,
Because he's like, let me not mess up this gate thing.
yeah. That's
to
exactly
be fair,
right.
the whole time we're trying to get all the medicines and everything together, everything organized, and we had a Jacob, the young guy that was helping me over the summer. His
Yeah.
girlfriend is a vet student,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Hey, cool, you get some hours and get to work with large animal." So we're trying to get all the meds and everything together, and Dad is standing over my shoulder. Now, granted, I know it didn't look like much, but I've lived with this man my entire life. And anyway, it didn't matter what I was doing. He's like, "Oh, you're using too much." And, "Oh, that's the wrong needle. Hey, don't unlock that." Oh, and I was just,
Yeah.
damn it, I bought all this. Stop it. So, yeah, and then as we let that cow kind of olay through the head catch,
Yeah.
then he's just like, "Well, you didn't set the latch right." And so, yeah, that's when I snapped.
Dave looks at me. He's like, "I've never talked to my dad like that." I was like, yeah, we should just wrangle. So I don't know how it happened. I just followed Dave, but we ended up jumping into the pen with the cows, and you have to wrangle them up, get them into a narrow corridor with a gate to get to the chute where they can do the vaccinations. And so I was like, my God, this is going to take forever. But the first couple, there's a bunch of them. So you can kind of get some to move in there. So we got like maybe 5 or 6 cows into the chute on the first try. So I was like, well, Dave, this is going to take no time at all.
Mistake
This is
number one.
pretty easy. So we get like another 5, and I'm like, dude, we're unbelievable at this. Then you get down to what I monikered the smart cows, which know how to not go in that chute.
Yeah.
So we were literally chasing one around, and me and Dave were like, huh, and it would just be like, no, and it would just walk right past us.
And they can juke.
Yeah, they
Oh,
can.
yeah.
Juke
They
so
juked
well.
me right out of my shoes once.
Yeah, I mean, they'll let you know. They're not screwing around. Then
Yeah.
Mark comes out. So me and Dave are having a hard time getting maybe 10 of them. And Mark comes out. He's like, "Let me help you guys." He jumps over the fence, and he gets in 30 seconds all 10 of them to start walking down the chute. So me and Dave look at each other. We're like, what the hell, man? But one dummy turned around and ran back out, and then it forced all the cows to run back out. And I was like, okay, I wish I didn't think good, but I was like, good. Because me and Dave have really been working hard trying to get all these dang cows out here. It was a pretty fun day.
Yeah.
And then we got to smash some cow wrangling beers.
Oh, yeah. That's probably about the best tasting beer
It
I've
was
had.
so refreshing.
God, that was so good.
I was sweating my butt off, opening and closing that gate.
Yeah. It wears you out.
The funniest thing on my part was I'm sitting there working the back gate for the shoot, which another gate boy, you know. But
Get over there, gate boy.
But anyway, so they'll get into the shoot, and then they won't go through the front to get like locked in. So they'll be hesitant. So you like have to like kind of push them or smack their butt to kind of get them to move forward. And the one was being really stubborn, and it's in the chute. It poops all over the place.
They poop a lot.
And then I think it was Charlie was like, he's like, hey, just grab his tail and pull it up so just to get him to move forward.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he just pooped all over his tail.
Oh, yeah.
So then I'm like, all right. So then I went in there, grab it, pull it up and stuff like that. And you come back out, I was like, well, can't grab it, can't do anything with this hand the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb also got to shock a cow.
Oh, yeah. I got the cow prod.
Nice.
James's dad was in charge of shocking the cows, but
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He loves that thing.
Dude, he showed up. He was like, he brought his cow prod out. He just immediately didn't do anything else. Immediately got out, started shocking cows. James like, what are you doing?
I know. I was like, all you're doing is making them mad.
he's like, who's the boss?
So they're in this chute and they're inside. So you're trying to get them in an entryway into the chute, and they're in this other section, but they're like head to butt, and like they're not going in. They're being stubborn. And James's dad was like, here, hit that one in the butt. So I hit the one in the butt and started moving. And then, now hit this one in the nose. It's like, in the nose? He's like, hit it in the nose. I was like, okay. And then that cow did not like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was not a...
Yeah, they don't like it very much. They jump pretty high. Yeah, they jump pretty high. I saw
Cow prodders are strong.
How many years do you have to work with you before you get a shocker?
I still haven't got one.
Oh, dang it. It's going to be forever. I'm never going to get one.
I know.
Is it like an actual useful tool that you'd want? Or is it just like
I'm not a
kind of
fan
a convenience
I
thing?
mean, they about the only time I've really seen them help is like you were saying, when they just get in a traffic jam and it's in this small little corner, and one of them is just flat out, I'm not moving. You know, then you're like, all right, zap, you know, and then they'll go. That helps. Or else you're just sitting there beating them.
What your dad was doing was coming in, and he was like, he just immediately got out of his truck and had it in hand. And just went.
Oh, yeah. I think he was working out some aggression.
He's just really mad.
He's finishing out building a house.
Yeah.
He's kind of mad at the world.
Yeah, so he's like, these cows are about to get it. I know that.
Oh, well, that's what he does. He walks up and just starts zapping them. I'm like, stop.
You're like, gee, thanks, Dad. Super helpful.
I know you're not helping.
But no, I know it was like a big stressful event for James and stuff, that type of stuff. But I can't. I mean, that was probably one of the most fun events I've done in the most recent years. Honestly,
it was
so much fun.
It was very fun, but I was trying to wrangle him with Dave into the chute was not that scary because if they didn't go in, like nothing's lost. The worst part for me was standing in front of that hole, making sure the cows didn't get out.
Yeah.
James is like, hey, no worries, but that's literally money.
Yeah.
Taking out of my pocket if one of these cows gets out. So no stress, bud. And I got to run and slam the gate on him. So like the trailer's set up into 3 sections, and they swing close. Like once you get like 5 or 6 of them, and it keeps them like tight up in there. And so they were like, "Hey, you're gonna get up there and close that gate." And I was like, "Okay, I can do it." Like once 5 or 6, we'll tell you. And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "You're gonna have to slam it." And I was like, "Okay." And they're like, "No, you're gonna really have to slam it." And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "No, you don't understand. They're not gonna want you to slam it." And I was like, "Okay, it's gonna be hard. I hear you. I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm not gonna go, oh, it didn't work. I guess." So I got to, and then I cheered because I slammed it. And I was like, let's go.
Oh, yeah. He was all
cows
about it.
trapped. Let's go. I didn't get to do it again, though. But that was cool. That was fun.
I was actually impressed that they told you to go up in there. We normally don't do that.
What, like letting new guys or people in general?
People in general.
My God.
What do you normally do?
Go around on the side and push it, and the other guy catches
Oh,
it.
they were playing with.
They were joking with me.
That's why I was on the side railing.
Yeah.
I was standing there. I was thinking you were going to go push it from the side, and I would grab it. And
So I wasn't supposed to get in there?
I
almost died.
I wouldn't say that. But I mean, as soon as they're like, you got to run up in there. Like,
They were
let's
screwing
see how
with
this
me.
goes.
They were screwing with me. Is that what is happening? They were screwing with me. They're like, look at this dummy. He'll jump in there. Hey, man, why don't you go up in there with those really upset cows and see what happens?
I have to admit, I was very impressed.
With what?
You just ran right up in
Well,
there.
I just assumed that's what a job was.
I know. You did it. I was like, go, Dusty.
Oh,
I'll be honest. After I did that one gate, I saw the other guy could swing
Yeah.
it close, and I was like, why don't we just do that every time?
Yeah.
But I was like, but hey, man, if I got to run up in there and get dirty, I'll get dirty.
Yeah.
the last funny story that I think is funny is, so James has one bull named Jimu that he's basically bottle fed since he was like a young
Yeah.
calf.
He's a
Like,
pet.
We birthed him.
Yeah, he listens like a dog almost. Like he's just like, you tell him to come, he'll come over. Like
Yep.
I petted it like he's just like a pet. Yeah, but so they have the one. So it's a very high stress situation. They had the one make it through the chute without getting shots or anything like that. And then they're like, well, let's figure this gate out. And they're like messing with it. And then James looks down the lane and sees the next calf. And it's Jimu, who's at this point is like a bigger bull now. Like he's not like a young little calf.
He's not little, yeah.
He's 3 years old.
Yeah, so he's a
big
bigger
boy.
bull. And James just goes, forget this gate. This is Jimu. And he like basically hops in the thing with him and just like gives him a shot, like just like rides the bull out of the
Yeah.
chute and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, you can pet it. I mean, he's my pet.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I go out there, he just runs right up to you.
Does he get
so
into
funny.
altercations with the big bull? He doesn't
Nah.
really care.
Nah.
They have one big bull that's like
Dude.
the breeder bull, and he
yeah.
is
intimidating.
massive.
Oh, wow.
He
Yeah.
is. How much did he say was 1,600 pounds? 1,800 pounds?
He's about 1,800.
My gosh.
We asked Mark. We were like, "How much do you
big.
think that bull weighs?"
Yeah.
Me and Dave were like, "That thing is freaking huge."
Dude, it
and
is massive.
he was like, "I don't know, like 1,800 pounds." I was like, "My God."
You're the one before him was even bigger, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Rick James. Well, I had 2 big old bulls. I called them Rick James and Charlie Murphy.
Oh, I was just gonna say you should call the next one Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy.
That was Charlie Murphy.
yeah, that's the one.
The big one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, that's Charlie Murphy.
Oh,
And
I
then
should have
his-
rode Charlie Murphy.
Yeah. Rick James,
Good
we
luck.
lost him last summer. He died.
Oh no. How old was he?
He was probably about 10.
10.
Probably
Wow.
about 10.
And
He was
then-
about 10 years
Was
old.
he
And then-
breeding still, or like mating?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I still don't know exactly what happened. He just kind of disappeared.
Crop circle.
Aliens?
Aliens?
I don't know.
Any blood? No blood?
Couldn't find.
Missing organs?
Couldn't
not
find
even
him.
find the carcass. I was wondering what happened. To
Wait,
him.
seriously?
Do you,
Yeah.
do you ever
wow.
deal with like people trying to steal cattle?
Yeah.
Do you?
It's not. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist. It does.
But it's not as like Hollywood.
Now,
what
when
it-
I was growing up, yeah, it was a big deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the early '80s, it was nothing to go out to the farm and we're like, somebody's cut the gate, somebody's already grabbed a load.
It was really hard to get them.
crap.
How do they? I mean, it's hard to get them to do a thing. How is it? Can you steal them? Like,
Good cowboys? I guess.
Maybe.
dude, wait till you see me in the spring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have chaps. I'm gonna have a cowboy hat.
And a horse?
I may get a horse.
should get a horse.
Wouldn't it be
yeah.
funny if I camp in a mini horse though? Like, come on now, come on, y'all get, come on.
Only if it makes a little.
Oh yeah. I feel like the first thing that would happen, I wouldn't care about anything, but I feel like Mark would like be like, look at this guy.
I know. He would just turn and look at me and was like, Jamie, I gotta go.
Yeah. I can't help you with one of these trans people. Like he's not, Mark. He's not trans. He's a weird guy.
It's just a weird thing.
I know. I mean,
I could feel like, Mark was just this old time farmer and that type of stuff, and you could tell like he knew everything.
Yeah.
And he was very smart. And then he's working with like side by side with me and Dusty, and it's like, oh my gosh.
I'm like, James was like, which one's the bull? And I was like, you can tell by the penis. and James goes, thanks.
got it. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was very fun. I am looking forward to April, and I am going to bring a cowboy hat. I won't
think
get the
I-
rest of the stuff, but I'm getting a cowboy hat.
think
you should come
should.
with chaps too.
All right, I'm going to come with chaps. All
It's so easy to talk you into stuff.
right.
No
But,
back chaps.
What's that?
No back chaps.
Assless chaps? Is that what you mean? Like no
Oh,
pants underneath?
Nice.
Yeah, of course.
I bet Laura will love that.
I got a pair.
Of assless chaps? Oh,
You just borrow mine. No,
I mean, if you do have them, I will borrow them. But yeah.
I will borrow.
they got sequins.
Oh, perfect. I have a stinking suspicion Mark will love that.
Yeah, when he pulled up, he was like, "Wow, you got a lot of folks here." And I was talking to him. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I kind of figured we'd need the extra hands, make it go quick." And he goes, "All right." And then I think folks started kind of milling around, and he looked at me and goes, "They've never done this before, have they?" I go, "Some of them haven't." He goes, All right.
Well, James, when James first asked me to do it, he scared me because he's like, we just need to sort out which ones we're keeping and which ones are going.
Yeah.
And he's telling me this. And I texted him back and I was like, oh, I don't want to be responsible. Like, he was like, no. This guy, Mark, he takes care of that. I don't even do it. Because I was like, they're like, Dusty, we need you to pick which ones I'm going to sell for money. And I'd be like, oh, God.
You thought he was asking you to decide which ones were going?
I thought that was part of the job. So I was like terrified. I was like, I don't want that responsibility.
I barely know. I mean, because Mark will ask me, and I'm like, what do you think?
Yeah. You did exactly what I would do. Mark was like, y'all want to keep this bull? And James was like, I don't know. What would you do? He's like, nah, I'd let him go. He's like, yeah, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'd do. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So so you go out, like, let's say you have Charlie Murphy and he's getting older. You said that you have to go, you'll buy another bull.
Yep.
You won't keep one because of
Right.
the
that's
bloodlines kind of thing.
You start down breeding.
Yeah. And you have cows with extra chromosomes and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Now,
start.
your neighbor's bull, do you know how big your neighbor's bull is?
Yes, he's bigger than mine.
Yeah.
He's got to be at least 2,000 pounds. I mean, he is a hawk. Like when you look at rodeo videos and the big bulls and stuff, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
How come they don't have horns?
It's genetics.
So these are just cows genetically that don't have horns?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was expecting the bulls to have horns. So you have to tell by the penis.
Yeah.
That's really how you tell.
That makes
They
sense.
also they have a little bit of a different shaped head than the mothers. It seems like.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
I noticed.
They
have a thicker
broader-
skull, it looks-
oh,
yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
You don't milk the cows, do you?
No.
You don't?
No.
Could
Used
you?
to.
Could you?
Sure.
If you wanted to.
I did when Jimu was born and his mother was still alive.
Yeah.
We had to pull him. I didn't have any colostrum to mix up for him, and it was right when the lockdown hit.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I don't even know if I could get to a store.
Yeah.
And so we pulled the cow, and I ended up calling Mark, and I was like, hey, I don't have any colostrum or anything. And Mark was like, I don't have any. He says, see if you can milk the mama. And I was out there in the middle of the field, and I'm like, I looked at her. She looks at me, and she's like, do what you got to do.
James, like, just like when I was in high school.
I know. Well, she was in bad shape.
The mama was?
Yeah, that's why we had to pull him, because she was in bad shape. And
Was it you and who did it?
Me, Charlie, Gerald, and my buddy Dana.
Did you just know that something was going to happen? Is that why you guys were there?
Actually, since it was on lockdown, I was at home, and I was actually on a work phone call.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be looking out the back window at the cows while I'm on this phone call, and I see one laying down, and go, uh-oh.
That's not good.
And I was like, looks like she's dead.
Oh, boy.
And as soon as that phone call was done, I was like, all right, I got to ride out and see what this is. And so I head on down there, and when I drive up to her, she's laying on her side. I'm like, oh, crap, she's dead.
Yeah.
Well, then I see an ear moving. I thought, oh, okay, well, we can work with this. And then as I get around to her rear end, I see two hooves hanging out of her.
Is it like what you would consider a breech birth for a cow? Is that what it was, or just
thank
it was?
God he wasn't breech.
Okay.
I've done those before.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
They come out butt first. Is that
yeah.
what happens? Yeah.
Yeah. They a cow's born head first, like in a swan dive. They basically put their two front hooves on top of one another, and then that's why, like, if you ever look at a baby calf, they've got a arrowhead shaped head.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, okay. So they come out like this.
Yep, they really do. And anyway, the hooves had come out, and that was it. And I thought, and that usually if the mother can't pass the calf that way, they'll suffocate. And so it was like, oh crap, I gotta.
Yeah.
At first, I thought the calf was dead, and then you start seeing the hooves moving.
Oh,
jeez.
jeez.
Oh, jeez, I gotta move.
Yeah. I gotta move.
Nice.
That was immediate. That's when the emergency group text went out, and I was like, look, I need help, and I need it now. And
is it very difficult to pull a calf? It's really hard.
Yeah.
Like muscle wise, like you have to.
Hey, there is an episode in Yellowstone where there's a cow down, and they're riding along, and they're like, oh gosh, we got a cow down. They're calving. And they just happen to have these gloves in their saddlebag, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't exist. And they run right out, and they just reach up and they grab it and they pull it out, and it all happens within 20 seconds. When I watched that, I stood up in my living room, yelled at the television, and I basically go, that is bullshit. I was like, that doesn't happen.
Now, don't they have contraptions that you can like anchor into the ground, and then they anchor onto the cow hooves,
Yeah.
and they kind of like pull
Yeah,
them out
you
that
can
way as
ratchet
well.
them out.
Like
My
a winch.
God, you need a ratchet
I've seen-
strap?
A cow winch.
I've seen that done in person
Yeah.
before, and then
Dang.
I've assisted with a couple cow births as far as pulling them out.
Cows didn't want to give birth. Caleb decided.
You're
I just reached in there, grabbed them, pulled them out.
So how long? So did you pull it out by hand
Yeah. Well,
with,
yeah,
like, help?
that and ended up tying a rope
to the calf?
Once I was able to get get his head
Yeah.
kind of out.
Tied around the shoulders.
Yeah, I was able to tie a rope, and
So
then I had my dad and my buddy Gerald.
Yeah.
They were pulling on it, and I was basically shoving my arms up in her to help
jeez.
try to get behind
Yeah,
him.
yeah, to help pull it out.
That and this is getting kind of graphic, but it can go so bad.
I'm
In other
sure.
words, like, because we've had this happen before where you pull everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so I was trying to keep that from happening.
Because that's what you have to be
Save the
careful
mama,
with the ratchet
basically.
thing, right? Because you
Yeah.
pull so hard with the ratchet thing that it just pulls
Yeah.
everything out with it.
My God.
Oh, it's
That's usually why
it's gruesome.
That's why
Yeah.
usually why big vets usually do that, right? Because that way they can fix it if they
Yeah.
end up pulling everything out. They can get it back in and sew it up. And
Yeah, but even if they'll do that, but the reason they do it is to give you about a 24-hour window to get her loaded into a sale.
Oh,
Because
really?
they're like, that cow will die.
Oh, really? That's why they do
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
They're like, they're not going to save it. Gotcha.
Holy
yeah.
crap.
Yeah,
Heck,
that's
Dude, being a cattle farmer sounds crazy.
it's brutal.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
It's a thankless job.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
a lot of times. But yeah, you're talking about stress. It was like Saturday night. I was trying to get them all in the pen so that Sunday morning everybody would just show up and we would do our stuff and be done. No stress.
Yeah.
That entire week I'd been practicing with them, getting them into the pen. I would get the whole herd up, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is going great. Saturday, try to load them. I only get a few to actually go into the pen, and then I was like, all right, I'll try again. Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe about 20 go in, and I'm just sitting there staring at them, and I basically have a meltdown in the middle of the field. I cussed them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I hate you. I can't stand you. I was like, I don't even know why I'm here.
Yeah, James texted us and he was like, I can't get these cows in. I'll text you guys in the morning. So we're all like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
But it's funny because James is like the last guy to ask for help, but everybody would give him help
Oh, yeah.
no matter what.
Absolutely.
Like Laura, like it's not even a question. Like James was like, can I was like, I told Laura, I was like, I'm helping James wrangle these cattle up. She was like, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, James needs help. So it was fun though. We had a blast.
That's cool. No, I really appreciate
If
it.
I do
Seriously.
this, if I do this 4 or 5 more times, man, I'll be on a horse.
12 hours of experience.
I'll be on a horse, like with a lasso. You won't even have to worry about
You're
it.
gonna show up looking like Rip.
Gotta
Cowboy
take
hat,
it.
sunglasses.
Andrew will show up and I'll be like, I gotta make a stop at the train station.
You're gonna kill me?
Oh, spoiler alert, Andrew. But yeah. Did you see Yellowstone?
I haven't watched it.
So
haven't.
they say they're taking people to the train station, but they're just killing them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
they're like, come on, man, we'll take you to the train. You don't want to be on the ranch anymore? That's
To
totally
me,
cool.
Yellowstone sounds like a
they take 'em to that
they're
area.
a mob family.
It
Kinda.
is.
It is like the Sopranos with horses.
It is.
Yeah,
That
It's
and-
like I describe it as a House of Cards, but in the West.
I didn't see House of Cards because
didn't watch
I don't
that
like to
either.
watch child molesters on television.
He's a good actor.
He is as a good actor. Yeah, I was just joking about
Yeah.
that.
I mean, Penn State's a good football team.
That's true.
Hey, man, Joe Paterno. We don't know if he did anything or not.
Well, I'm
Can't be proven.
not. Yeah.
So James, so real quick, I do want to get to the game because it's gonna be fun. James, if you haven't heard the podcast before, not only is he a cattle farmer, a CrossFitter, but he's also an engineer.
At times.
And he brought us this really cool 3D printed.
Yeah.
Say it again. What it is?
It's
name of it?
X15.
X15. So it hit Mach 5,
Yep.
which we just decided was 4,000 miles an hour.
About that.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty fast. And James is working on, I don't know what we can say, but you work on hypersonics?
Yeah.
Hypersonics.
You
Sure
said
did.
it's the first
That
one that broke the sound barrier.
No, the Bell X1
Okay.
that Chuck Yeager flew. That broke the sound barrier.
This one broke the sound barrier times 5, right?
Yeah.
Times 5.
Yeah.
So
So they
I was
yeah.
way off.
So like
only by 5 times.
But yeah, they had the whole X-Plane series, and they basically, NASA and the Air Force were just trying to go faster and faster and faster because it was all part of space flight,
Yeah, the Russians.
all of that.
Yeah.
And so that was a joint thing between NASA and Air Force, and the X-15 was the first hypersonic piloted jet.
Pilot.
You know,
Are you're not working on piloted things, right?
No.
You're working on
Missiles.
unmanned. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I could say, but
Yeah,
missiles. Yeah, you're working on hypersonic
essentially missiles.
Yeah.
But I don't work on the missile part. I work on ground testing and also like I would say counter technology.
Anti-missile.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to hit a hypersonic with another hypersonic. You know.
It's like 2 bullets shooting at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. And so the other way that you look at it to get you enough time to respond is lasers. So
You work on lasers.
not really. I mean, I work with them.
So are you trying to hit a hypersonic missile with a laser?
It's a laser.
A laser. James is like, I got an idea. What about sharks
I
with
know.
laser beams attached to their heads?
It worked in Sharknado.
This
I mean,
guy's
come
a
on.
genius. So missile defense, instead of shooting a missile at a hypersonic missile,
Yeah,
we're
they
like,
shoot
let's
a
shoot a laser at it.
Yeah,
And does the laser like blow it up?
it can.
Or does it just
It's not like the movies.
Okay, so it doesn't-
usually
You
what
don't see the laser.
Is that gonna bother this? No. He's gonna turn it off. Humidifying.
you don't. No, you really don't see it. Missile defense had it a while ago. They had all kind of technology for shooting down ICBMs with a laser.
But so does it but it doesn't explode it? It just like
Well, it does,
Yeah.
but essentially in other words, it's not like you hit it with a blast and it just explodes like
Yeah.
on Star Wars or whatever.
okay, so it's
doesn't-
not like the Death Star.
It doesn't do that.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so we don't have Death Star technology.
Yeah,
I got
usually what you're trying to
Yeah.
do is you hit because it's flying so fast that you really, I mean, at that speed, all you have to do is just kind of nudge it,
And it's gone.
And it's
Oh,
I
it goes
gotcha.
into-
So you just need to
nudge
knock it
up,
off to-
goes into
yeah,
space.
and it just tumbles.
Okay, so then follow-up
So-
question. I like how excited Andrew got when I said Death Star technology. You were like, not yet, not yet,
Oh, yeah.
not yet.
Not yet.
Lightsabers.
Yeah.
But what about the ones that they think can maneuver?
Yeah, I don't
That's a
think-
problem, right?
Yeah, well, that's why they still want the lasers, because even if they can maneuver, you're moving at the speed of light, so it doesn't matter how fast it is, you're still going to hit it.
Oh, because the laser is much faster than a missile.
Yeah.
How fast are hypersonic missiles flying like that speed, or even faster than that?
They can do faster.
Like a lot faster?
Yeah.
What's the next
they're
step
not- they're
past
not
hyper?
manned.
Yeah. Do I?
What's the next speed past hypersonic?
Oh, ludicrous.
Plaid? Yeah.
They've gone plaid.
Yeah. Is it like supersonic? No, supersonic is worse, right?
Yeah, supersonic
Slower.
Yeah.
Losers. I
Hedgehog.
went supersonic.
Yeah. So Sonic is Mach 1,
So
supersonic
Hedgehog
is
isn't
above.
that fast.
No, Sonic's not very fast.
No.
This thing is 5 times faster than Sonic.
What a loser.
That's interesting. I didn't know you did the laser thing.
A little bit. We're getting into it.
Do you have like one that I could try?
Could they do?
Is it like handheld?
These things are huge.
Could they start fires in a remote American island?
I've seen that podcast.
Oh, are you suggesting that somebody would have lit
Wow.
Maui on
Yeah.
fire?
There are a lot of people out there that
That is
literally think
that's a
that
big conspiracy.
theory,
Have you
yeah.
not heard that?
I've heard it.
I was like,
I was just screwing
of
it. I
all
was screwing
conspiracy
Andrew.
theories.
I haven't heard it, so
You haven't heard it? Yeah, that's kind of the talk. but-
I would
Because
believe it.
lasers don't burn things that are blue, is what they were saying, and there was all this stuff that
Yeah.
was blue that wasn't burnt. So that's the laser didn't burn that.
that one
I have
was
a hard time
news to me
believing
because
those things are hot.
James is like, lasers burn blue, red,
I know.
yellow, everything.
I mean, because I saw that they're like, everything blue survived. And yeah,
So
but lasers burn everything.
Yeah, it's like a laser that hot would definitely burn.
that's when you ask somebody, you're like, if you really believe that, will you put this blue shirt on and stand over there?
Exactly.
If they're like, no, you're like, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dying.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole talk about directed energy and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, directed
How-
energy weapon.
How far off are we on lightsabers, though? Let's be real.
I feel like you could do a
they've made
lightsaber
'em.
now.
They made them
Yeah, hacksmith.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Does it shoot out of the thing? Like
that
Yes.
we can buy.
Yeah.
For how much?
No, seriously, there's a dude up in Canada.
Yeah.
He's called the Hacksmith. Look him up.
Hacksmith.
He's awesome. I mean, if I lived in Canada, I would be asking him for a job. They are basically a group of guys that just build all kind of crazy crap.
Oh my God, he has.
Yeah.
It's Wolverine
Yeah.
claws.
Yes. They make Wolverine claws. They
How
did
have I never
there it
heard
is.
of
Mini
this?
saber. Boom.
Where's it at?
Pre-order.
Wait, how much is it?
I'm trying to find out.
Oh, click. It was you just missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll get it in 1 second and go.
They have grooming and, and shaving. It's only $83.
That one's like a little torch.
But is it like?
So what they did is that they came up with a method of using. It's basically like a propane torch, but it's not propane. They use a mixture. It's some kind of cocktail of MAP gas.
Kuiper crystal?
No.
Wait, is it what comes out of that thing?
Fire.
Yeah.
Just a flame, but not an actual
But
like.
the way they've done it is that they've been able to, I guess, attenuate that flame in such a way that it is a solid beam that comes out.
So if you cut somebody's arm off, it would cauterize the wound.
Yeah, I mean it. They took it and because all their videos are hysterical.
I just want to say
4 to 6
I just want to say they call it a mini, but 4 to 6 inches is pretty good.
Well, they.
I mean, you're cutting a loaf of bread with that.
Yeah, but I mean,
and toasting it.
They've made them bigger. Like he's got some, which I know they're not probably going to sell, but they've made them that are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And he maneuvers just like a sword.
Huh?
Keep scrolling.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I want to see it.
I'm going to order this when we get off the podcast for $83. Like, I'm really going to order this.
I mean, $83 is basically nothing.
I thought it was going to be $5,000.
Yeah. No.
It's pre-order, so you can't.
Oh, I can't get it right now. What can I buy right now?
I need to send you all the videos where they're developing it because it is. I mean, they did this over the past 3-4 years.
I mean, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, but they were coming up with the whole technology on it.
Mini Saber Gen 2.
That's the one that's pre-order.
Yeah, but they're great guys. They came up with a Halo.
Here's the original, $50.
The Halo uniform.
Like from the game?
Yeah, the helmet.
Oh,
the
jeez.
tracking helmet.
That's cool.
That's the dude.
Oh, there it is.
That's him. And he's jacked.
They need to make,
I have
it
a
bigger.
question about this because, like, it's okay. Say like you have a flame on a candle, you can just go right through it. It's not going to do anything to you. How does this like? Could you cut a slice of bread with this?
Yes.
So it's that much more powerful.
Oh, this is
Well, for one, the temperature is insane.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm buying that.
But it's also it's like a blowtorch. Okay, so you know how a blowtorch works in that
I do.
It basically gets the metal real hot, and then you hit a trigger, and it blows extra oxygen.
Right.
And so it's that force of the air moving that is basically you heat it up so it's melting, and then you're just blowing the crap out.
Right.
So
I gotcha.
that's why it's called blowtorch. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna buy one of these.
they're great guys because they're also making a.
So it's not gonna like lightsaber. You like lightsaber is like you're not gonna get that effect.
I mean, but if you like put it up to somebody's neck and lit it,
Why did you ask that?
Yeah,
yeah, dude, why?
that's
lightsabers are used for weapons. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, this is.
They don't
this
use
is
it to
going-
slice
You're talking about trying to kill people.
They don't use it to slice bread and butter.
Andrew's like, would you be able to hack up a lifeless dead body?
Where are we going with
Yeah.
this?
He's like, how clean are the cuts? Is there going to be a lot of blood? Medium amount of
Yeah,
blood?
you're asking a lot of weird questions.
This is getting. This is what's called a clue.
Back to, he's like, back to cauterizing the wounds. Now, blood flows freely from a body that's lifeless. If you chopped it up, like how dirty would the back of, I don't know, a Subaru get after you chopped it up?
It's like, how much plastic would I need to lay down?
Yeah.
I think you would do that in the
don't
back of a
know.
Subaru.
I don't know. You almost bought that
you
box
watched-
van, right?
Have you watched Dexter?
I think I'm going to buy both, to be honest with you. I'm not going to tell Laura. I'm going to buy both, and then she's going to be surprised when they come in.
Oh yeah.
Cut the
She's
turkey.
she's gonna love
just
it.
say their birthday present
You can cut the
or
turkey
Christmas
at
present
Thanksgiving.
For who?
for you.
I'm buying myself a Christmas present?
Well, I mean, for Finn.
Actually, I'll just be like this. I didn't even know. They must have been a mistake. I'll put it under somebody else's name.
Yeah,
I thought it was an ornament.
Oh, babe.
just tell
There
just
you
tell him
go.
you bought him for Andrew for a Christmas present, but you're just gonna keep him for yourself.
Yeah, then I will never give it to you.
That's
fine.
believable.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You just have to play along.
How? By not
Just say,
knowing?
yes, he gave it to me, but I love him so much I gave it back.
All right, this seems weird.
Yeah.
Oh, they also made, and this is something I'm actually trying to build. They made what's called a plasma popper. Have
A
you seen
plasma
those?
popper.
Yeah. Have you seen those?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic.
What does it do?
It shoots a ball of fire.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. You need to look it up because it is quite
I have
entertaining.
to just search it.
Okay.
Plasma popper.
But yeah, they made one that was huge and just like destroyed. They were trying to see.
You're
what
trying
all-
to build one?
Yeah. Yeah.
James.
Well, I saw the video and I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Now that's pretty big. But the one that I've seen, like you could do it with a 2-liter bottle.
Oh, look at that guy. That guy looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, see the guy in the hat? That guy.
This guy?
This guy?
No, the one on the right. On the right.
Oh, this guy.
That dude. That one is a fun one.
What does it shoot out?
A ball of fire. So you see, you got.
Oh, it's got some kind of tank there.
Yeah, and so it shoots it and it traces it around. And what you've got are, it's okay. We're gonna get technical, but you got a converging, diverging nozzle. All right. So he basically took 2 2-liter bottles and put the necks together.
Yeah.
So it's just like a rocket engine.
Okay.
You have a compression point.
Okay.
It goes through the mouth.
Okay.
And at that point, it is achieving sonic speed. It's basically breaking sound barrier right there. And so then when it expands, it's going faster and it blows
like-
out. That's how you get
like
the
weather
acceleration.
pressure systems.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Does it turn blue like that?
Yeah, because it's the type gas he's using.
Is it butane?
I think that's MAP.
What is
which, it's a cocktail. It's a mixture of I know acetylene is in there. I think it's like acetylene, propane,
Magnesium.
something. I don't
know. Don't ask me.
I just always know MAP gas is like the hottest one you can get.
Oh my God. We definitely need to build one of these. Oh, look, somebody put it in a Nerf gun. That's smart.
Yeah. So you see right there on about the top of the page where the dude looks like he's standing in a walker. That's Hacksmith because they built the articulating loader from Aliens, and then they stuck this massive plasma popper on top of it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm serious. If I lived in Canada, I would definitely be trying to work for these guys because they're very cool.
It's good that you don't live in Canada, though. That place is a nightmare.
Actually, yeah, I'm not a fan of the politics. That's for certain.
This is very interesting. How close are you to creating this? And do you need an extra set of hands?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more or less just kind of like collecting junk that I can turn into it. So there's your lightsaber.
Holy smokes, that's a real lightsaber.
Yeah.
They're not selling that one.
No, that's when they were developing
He
it.
has a battery. He has a pack on the back for it.
Yeah, I'm guessing to get a flame that big, you need something that's pretty powerful.
Well,
right?
that's when they were trying to come up with a tech, and then they were like, okay, how can we shrink it? And that's usually how you do it in technology.
You know how many nerds jizz in their pants when this came out?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I know at least
right
one.
now.
yeah. James,
Don't make me stand up.
yeah. Andrew and James are both like, whoopsie. All right, let's get to the game. I'm excited about the game.
Okay.
Okay,
So what is this game?
Okay, so I'm going to explain it. I'm going to call it real football player or fake. So,
Oh crap.
James picked
Real or fake?
James picked his entire lineup basically. I think you can agree with this on their name.
Yes.
Basically.
Name and picture.
Name and
fantasy.
picture. So for fantasy football. Yeah, he doesn't have a team that he drafted personally that does work around his farm or anything, Andrew.
I'm just letting everybody know we're talking about fantasy.
Okay.
Relax.
Yeah, I'm just joking. It was anyway. So we thought it would be fun to have a list of fake names and a list of real names, and let's give them 2 at a time. And you'd be like, you have the list available real quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, Caleb will give you 2 names.
Oh, okay. And which one is
You'll
real?
be like, one is a real football player, one is a made up name.
Okay.
You have to decide
All right.
which is a real football player, which isn't. Is that too hard for you? Or I mean,
That's
like,
gonna
do
be
you want to
crazy
send me
hard
one of
for
the
me.
lists so we can have both of them up at the same time?
Well, then he would know which list was fake and which list was
It's a good,
fake.
it's a pretty good point, Caleb.
That's
Because
a great point.
once he figures out that yours
That's
are
a pretty
real,
good point.
Great point.
It's a pretty good point. Hadn't thought about that.
This sounds excellent.
James, every time I
James
say
gets
one,
the
James
first
is like,
one wrong.
real,
Yeah,
real.
James gets the first one wrong and then the rest of them right. You're like,
Yeah.
how did you do
It's
that?
like, wow, you're amazing.
All right.
All right.
Let's just do a practice run.
Practice run?
And let's see. First off, me and Andrew will have the guess in our mind,
Okay.
and we'll lock it in, and then James will go, and we'll see if we
Lock
do it
it
too.
in.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So first one, I'll try to keep it relatively simple and easy in the first one.
All right.
First one, General Booty.
Oh, he's real.
Well, ruin that for me.
Did you already hear of General Booty?
Everybody has.
He's like, that was my nickname in college.
No, I mean, I saw a news clip on it, and I thought they have got to be making this up.
He's the quarterback at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll move on to the next one.
That's a terrible name to give your kid.
No.
Oh, is this
General
college
Booty
too?
Oh, shoot, man.
College is better than the NFL actually
For terrible
For
names.
terrible names.
That makes sense.
Just
Shoot,
because parents in our generation have named their kids terrible things. So,
Lagondrius.
Nas McKean.
all right. So, T.J. Juxon, or the coldest Crawford.
Oh, the coldest is real.
He is real.
Coldest is real.
I saw a clip on that one too.
Man.
James said the coldest, and I was like, oh, he's gonna get it wrong. Yeah. It's like there's no way anybody's name could be the coldest.
All right. Next one. Mobility. Or Abraham Moses.
Oh man. I'm gonna play it. Mobility is a real guy.
It is a real guy. First name Mo, last name Billity.
Wait a minute. There's no way a family's last name is Billity.
That's terrible.
And how do you spell Mo?
M-O-H.
Oh, it's even worse than I thought.
And last name
Why wouldn't they even
B-I-L-I-T-Y.
spell it right?
Oh my god. That is-
Mobility.
Has he got a sister named Abel?
Have you? You probably heard of this guy, Rowdy Beers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I figured you've heard of him.
Yeah.
So next one, Javaris Lamar,
Is this a Key and Peele
Or-
skit?
the realist Clark.
Okay, so the first group of names is one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that again?
Let me go back. To
Yeah, don't try to do it from memory.
I know.
Javarius Jamar, Javarison Lamar. That's a lot. Javarison Lamar.
That got harder the second time.
Wow.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Did she?
I'm gonna say that guy's real.
He is fake.
He is fake. That's pretty good though. I mean, he's 2-1.
He gave it to you in the name. Realist? He's the
The
real.
realist
real-
Clark.
Yeah, that's true.
If somebody said, "Hey, I'm DeRealist Clark," I'd be like, "No, you're not."
You're a fake person right
But if somebody was like, "I'm Jamar," I'd be like, "All right, that makes sense." That makes
He's a
sense.
Star Wars
He
character.
plays at Defiance College.
Of course he does. That makes total sense.
The realist to Defiance.
DeRealist.
All right, ready?
I'm DeRealist.
Never mind. I was going to say something, but all right.
Okay.
So, Shittasila.
I don't think you can
Wait,
say
whoa,
that.
wait, easy.
Yeah, that's,
what?
Yeah, B-list.
I'm saying the name.
Shittasila. Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
Shittasila.
Disquarius Green Jr.
Shittasila or Disquarius Green Jr.
Disquarius, baby.
He's real?
Gotta be real.
He is fake.
It's Shittasila. Come on, man.
Shittasila plays for Boston College.
Should have said. Oh my! I feel so bad for the announcers.
yeah.
And we got Shittasila on the runs.
Shittasila.
That was good.
What is his name? Like, what is the first name?
Shitta. S-H-I-T-T-A.
Dude, there ain't no way. There ain't no
His last-
way. A mother.
Wait, can I do this? Let me do this. Let me
last
do
name
this.
is-
Let me do this. Caleb, you be the mother.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the doctor.
Oh, boy.
Okay. It's a baby boy. What do you want to name him?
Oh, of course we're going to name Shitta.
What a piece of shit.
She's like, I think I just took a shitta.
She's a toilet baby.
Oh no, Andrew.
Andrew.
No, but probably
man.
that's probably right. Yeah. I'm gonna name my kid after where he was born. Where? Shitta.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
All right, ready?
I'm gonna say the first one, and then you say the second one, so we can remember. So that Caleb doesn't have to flip back and forth.
Okay.
Oh, okay. First one. Dude person
Dude, person.
or
Nightmare.
Quattro.
Quattro.
Dude, person, or quattro.
Dude, person is real.
He is real.
Dude, person is a real
knew the
dude
answer to
person.
that.
Dude, that's a person.
Dude, that
His
is
middle name is
crazy.
that's a. That'd be funny.
Wait a minute. Is he a white or black person?
He is a darker skinned African American individual.
Dude, person is. That seems like a white guy's name.
It kind of does.
Yeah, dude. Like, hey, I'm dude, person.
yeah.
Like,
If person spelled like the last name spelled like person. Like
P-E-R-S-O-N.
like the word person.
Yeah, I gotcha. And dude is D-U-D-E.
Yes.
That's terrible. That's
It's not like dude, D-O-O-D.
unforgivable.
Dude, yeah.
Is he a
Dude,
college player or NFL?
They're all college.
Like, oh, they're all college.
dude person. It's the worst name.
I mean, I hope he makes the
And on
NFL,
special
'cause
teams, we've got dude person.
Shit has got the ball, and here comes dude person screaming down the field.
All right. I got to find some of these. DeMarcus Williams
DeMarcus Williams.
or Memorable Factor.
I'm going to be honest with you. I blanked on mine as soon as you said that one. What was mine?
memorable factor.
Memorable factor or
DeMarcus Williams.
DeMarcus Williams.
I mean, DeMarcus Williams sounds like a real name.
It is fake.
DeMarcus Williams is fake. There
I'm
has to
pretty
be a
sure- I'm pretty
DeMarcus
sure
Williams.
there's a DeMarcus Williams, but on these lists it's fake.
Okay. So the other guy's name?
Is Memorable Factor.
No way.
He
Memorable.
plays for Duke.
Memorable.
Duke sucks.
He's
Is
a
he a
linebacker.
white guy?
Yeah.
What?
This
What?
is-
That's
this
a
is
that's a memorable factor about him.
Well,
That he's white.
you can't
He's
forget
a very
face
white
like
guy.
that.
He's a very.
Wow.
Please,
caught him.
please Google search memorable factor's parents. I've got a theory.
They're white trash.
He would know that he was adopted.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna
Oh,
go
you
that
wanna
route,
actually-
if you,
I'll
I
do
mean,
it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Look, dude, if you're gonna go the blindside route, you gotta try better.
Yeah, that's not great. Memorable factor's parents. Let's see if my theory is correct.
I'll let you do it. James, ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I can't even search memorable factors parents because
it's
Google's
like,
like,
that's not a
what
name.
are memorable factors?
You're like, that's not a name.
Yeah.
Panda Askew
Okay.
or
Panda askew.
Leozo Maxwell.
You got that one.
Leozo Maxwell.
Panda askew.
Panda Askew is real.
He is real.
Have you heard that name before?
No, I just figured somebody was dumb enough to name a kid Panda.
Panda
He
askew.
plays, he plays for Charlotte.
Can you show us what he looks like after you're done?
I can pull this website up on
I
here.
got balls.
No, because
in
it'll
Atlanta.
ruin it for him. Yeah, let me see.
Panda. Kind of looks like
I
a
mean,
panda.
he's not.
That's not a good name.
It's not a
He's
shit
like a bigger guy.
It's not. It's not shitta.
Yeah, that's
Should've.
bad.
All right.
Dude, yeah, it's kind of fun.
Tavarius King
Okay.
Tavarius King.
or Fat Watts.
Fat Watts.
Tavarius King or Fat Watts.
I'm gonna play Fat Watts is real.
Fat Watts is real.
James is crushing it.
It is. I'm just gonna say. So obviously you figured it out pretty quickly that some of these the
Yeah.
fake names are from the Key and Peele skit.
Yeah.
The real life names are worse than the Key and Peele fake
Yeah.
names.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so have you seen the Key and Peele skit?
Yes.
Okay, so let's pull up the names that you have. Let's
On
just
the
run
Key-
through the terrible. No, the other one.
Oh, the other one.
Let's just run through the terrible names because James
Okay.
got this on lock now.
Okay. I'll pull it up.
Just like the
Yeah.
real names.
Yeah. What?
Like the real names.
Yeah. The real people because we can go through them together.
Fat Watts.
Fat
Is
Watts.
it PHAT at least?
It is.
Oh,
It is
no.
Fat
Oh,
Watts.
yes.
That's kind of sick. That's a sick name.
No, it's not.
What fatty?
No, I'm Fat Watts. Short bowl of pudding.
That seems like
What's up, S Bob?
What if you named your kid Short Bola and middle name Puddin'?
Oh.
I'll give you $1,000 to name your firstborn child Short Bola.
$40.
40? Okay. You're the worst negotiator I think
All right,
I've
here
ever
you
seen.
go. Here's the list of names. So General Booty,
The
the coldest Crawford.
That's a sick.
Did you hear that Mabry said that he got a bunch of sponsorships
I heard
from
that.
HVAC companies?
I can believe that.
Yeah.
Rowdy Beers. Oh
Yep,
my
Rowdy
God.
Beers.
Florida International University.
Yeah.
He's not even at a good school.
Mobility. Dude, that cannot be his real name. Shit Asylum. DeRealist Clark. Wait, go back up to DeRealist Clark.
He looks like he plays for a high school.
D-E, for those of you listening, D-E apostrophe
Realist.
R-E-A-L-Y-S-T. DeRealist Clark.
I mean, are these all the illegitimate children of Deion Sanders?
I
mean,
there's a pretty good chance. He was flying back and forth a lot between. Yeah.
Dude person.
Dude person.
and then,
Memorable
factor.
Dude, he looks like he's super stoned.
Yeah, that's for sure.
dude, he looks like a
Fat
serial
Watts.
killer.
All right. These are ones that we haven't done now. Oh,
Panda Skew. Tiger Shanks. Isn't that one of the names? From Key and Peele Spit? Is it like Shanks, Bo Shanks or something like that?
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
something Bo
That's
Shanks.
worse than the Key
Yeah.
and Peele one. Tiger.
Let me see here real quick.
Dude, imagine having your name being Tiger. That guy's
Well,
probably-
Shanks is an unfortunate last name, right?
That guy's probably the
Shank
most
it.
cocky kid. Like he's walking around elementary school. Like,
What's your name? Like Tiger inherently isn't a bad first name, but when
That's
you
bad.
pair
Oh,
it with
yeah.
Shanks,
You're thinking
It's
of Osmadas Buckshank.
Buckshank. That's it. Yeah.
I was thinking Boshank.
Cavosi.
Cavossier Smoke.
Smoke.
There's no way his last name is Smoke.
It's probably
You don't want no smoke?
Cavossier.
You don't want no smoke?
You don't want to wait. There's no way his last name is Smoke. These last names are made up. Like his parents made up his last name because they didn't get it.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
McKinstry.
No
Alabama.
way.
Alabama.
Kool-Aid
This-
McKinstry.
There's no way this guy's legal name is Kool-Aid.
Roll Batava.
Wait.
Like it's
Wait.
got to be a nickname, right?
No, I don't
You
think
think
so.
his parents named him Kool-Aid?
There's no way.
This is worse. The next one's worse.
Pig Cage.
Pig Cage. Do you think is his last name Cage?
Oh, LSU. Angela.
Pig.
Cage, defensive back with
Yeah.
LSU.
Let us know.
She's your number one fan.
It's not Pig Cage something. His first name is Pig.
Pig.
His second name is Cage.
What's up, Pig?
Pig
That's
Cage.
terrible. That's terrible.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm going to
crap.
be honest
Auburn?
with you. Jaden
That's
Muskrat's pretty nice
not
compared
bad.
to
Not
compared to
bad.
the rest of these.
It's
He got
bad.
into Auburn. That's the
Bad
reason.
last
That's
name,
right.
but
Why?
I'm Jaden Muskrat.
Muskrat.
Parker. That's unfortunate. Parker Titsworth.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think his number is 69.
Oh my God, that's
It
unbelievable.
is. On his
my
jersey, it's
God.
69. Oh,
Hey Titsworth, what number you want? He's like, you know what I want.
Cool.
Storm Duck. God, dang it.
North Carolina.
At least like Stormy would be better.
Dodge Saucer.
Oh my God, dude, these are. I just want to be clear. I feel like I shouldn't have to say it, but I'm gonna say it, and it shouldn't matter, but it does. A lot of these guys are white, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah,
It's about a 1-to-1.
like Dodge Saucer. Like he's just a normal looking white guy. He kind of looks like Andrew if Andrew like let himself go real bad.
He's a lineman at Iowa State. I mean, Iowa State doesn't have a lot of black kids. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
true.
So he's got the like craziest name. I'm Dodge Saucer. Fish McWilliams.
Fish.
What's up, Fish?
He's at UAB.
UAB. He's right down the road from us.
There's
boy.
no. I just what I'm saying. Like, there's no way. His
The
legal
Golden
name's
Dragons.
Fish. Like it's called like Juju. Like that's not his name.
Yeah.
Isn't it his name?
Chief Borders.
What's his real name?
Something
It's-
weird.
Yeah.
Javarius Gentarius.
Chief, we can look up some of those guys.
Chief Borders.
Linebacker at Nebraska.
The next one is perfect. Major Burns.
Major
is a
Burns.
Safety.
He is a real. He
That's
he
safety
starts
officer
for him.
right there. Major Burns.
He starts for him too.
That's kind of a cool name.
Major's a pretty legit
Yeah.
name, right?
That's
Major's
all
a
I
good
got.
name.
They got that from MASH.
Major, like if
Yeah.
like if you had a son, Major Drake. That's a sweet name.
Oh, that is.
Major Labar doesn't sound as good. Major Weiss is pretty nice.
Yeah.
That was
That's a
my
good
dad.
one.
Major Weiss. What is your dad a major?
He was.
Yeah, it's under dispute.
Like
Ooh.
That's under dispute.
John Sherman Smith Schuster.
yeah. So
He went with Juju and his name is John. Come on, man.
There's
He
a
wanted
lot
to be
of those.
cool.
like
Oh
two.
my God. Born in '96. Jesus Christ. I was
James,
like-
I was 45 years old.
I mean,
in
I
96.
was getting ready to graduate.
Can you
College.
search funniest NFL players' names? Let's see some.
Yeah, because these are the guys that like the college is cool, but like most of the guys aren't going to NFL. So at least these guys have crazy names, and
Yeah,
it's worth it. You know.
the best names of the 2023 draft. Is that what it said?
Oh,
Is that what it said?
just the draft?
I don't want draft.
Max Duggan.
Tank is a good name.
Tank
dude.
Bigsby. He plays
Yeah.
for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Tank is a real good name.
That
cool.
that actually was pretty common.
Imagine being Tank,
Tank?
but you're like a small
Yeah.
guy.
That would be unfortunate.
That'd
Yeah,
suck.
that'd be unfortunate.
Chad Ochocinco.
So he
number
actually
one.
changed
He
his last name. to
legally
Ocho Cinco.
changed his
Yeah,
last
to
name.
Ocho Cinco.
There's a
Okay.
wide receiver for the Dolphins that Robbie Anderson. This is just a whole story. So Robbie Anderson changed his name to Chosen Anderson, but then he realized that on the back plate of his jersey
Just
that
says Anderson.
it doesn't change his name at all, and so it just says Anderson on the back.
Dude, come
Didn't-
on.
didn't-
So
really
then
think
he
that
went
one
back and changed his name again to Robbie Chosen.
What an idiot.
So now the back of his jersey says Chosen.
So to be clear, he went in, he changed his name to Chosen Anderson. And then when he got his jersey on Sunday, he was like, it doesn't say Chosen on it. They were like, yeah, idiot, we put your last name. And he was
How
like,
this works.
this is probably one of my favorite player names of all time. And it's
DeBrickashaw.
no. Dick Buttkiss.
Yeah, that's
You
good,
got
though.
it.
Dick Buckus.
Don't mess
That's
with
fine.
him.
That's a classic.
And you know his name is Richard.
Oh yeah.
But
for
when he got older, he found out his name was Butt Kiss, and he was like, "Well, I'm going by Dick. There's no way I'm not going by Dick."
Ha ha, Clinton Dix.
Ha ha, Clinton. Who was the guy from the XFL that they called He Hate Me? I'll look it up after. That's fine.
That's pretty good.
Ha ha, Clinton Dix.
I don't know if I can pronounce this.
Barkevius.
Barkevius Mingo.
Offensive lineman for the Falcons.
That was one of the names I was thinking about naming Finley. It was
Barkevius?
between Barkevius and Finley.
She's got traits of a Barkevius.
Barkevius Labar? Yeah. Oh, this is unfortunate.
Yeah, this next one.
Guy Whimper.
That was me in the workout this morning. It's like, look at this guy whimpering.
Dude, having Whimper on your back of your jersey is not a cool look.
I remember this guy.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
Oh, this guy's name was Captain.
Why do you think?
Let me stop.
Let me stop. Hold on 1 second. Why do you think that they put apostrophes in the names that don't? You know what I mean?
Emphasize
Like
the letters
they take two names and they smush them together. Like
That's what
for
apostrophe
instance,
does.
Garrett. Like you have two things.
I think
like
too.
Garrett's a name, and then you put like La in front of it or L apostrophe, and then all of a sudden you have a totally different name.
I
but
think
it's not
to
really totally
emphasize the letter, the sound of that letter.
But how? If you
Probably
thought,
comes from something.
if I said come up with the weirdest names, the list of 100 weirdest names you could possibly think of, and I gave you a year, you'd never come up with DeBrickashaw. You'd never even think of that. That's not a word. That's not a word or a name you've ever heard. It's
The
an
Yeah,
naming
but I mean, it
conventions.
just rolls off the tongue.
DeBrickashaw.
It does, honestly.
It's not bad.
It's DeBrickashaw.
Like there has to be a reason that person picked that name. It's like I really like the letter D, right?
Yeah.
I love bricks. They're pretty sweet. And
And I'm from the South.
I'm from the Shaw. Yeah, Shaw. DeBrickashaw.
And I saw something the other day.
I like this one right
Captain
here.
Munro.
Fair hooker.
Stop skipping ahead.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
That's a nice lady. She's like, you gave her 20. She's like, oh, here's
That's fair.
So before we skip,
15.
wait, he skipped two of them, but you have Captain Munnerlin
There's a lot.
and Ben Jarvis Green Ellis.
We got to pick out the good ones.
John David Booty.
That's good.
I mean,
his son,
Booty for the
wait, is
last
his son
name.
General Booty?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Do you think his son is General
that would
Booty?
be
Could
nuts,
be. That would
yeah.
be nuts.
I bet you. Can you click on him?
No.
Don't worry about it.
What if his name?
Oh
Captain?
boy,
Earth, Wind, Moreland.
That's unfortunate. Oh, you guys remember Richie Incognito
Yep,
and Chris Berman would be like Richie Incognitus.
I remember.
back,
I remember Richie Incognito because he got in trouble for boiling. I can't speak.
For what?
Why can't I say this?
I don't know what word. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Bully?
Pick it on.
Bullying.
Yeah.
Bullying.
Why can't I say it?
I don't know.
Bully.
Say worm.
Bullying.
I tried to say on the podcast. I was on Our Town podcast last night, and the Builders Group has hit a milestone. I was trying to say it. I tried to say they've built their 2,000th house. It's like impossible to say. Say 2,000th house.
2,000th house.
Yeah,
2000th house.
it's hard.
2,000th house.
You really
You
have to think about it.
Yeah, not
South.
playing.
2,000. You screwed it up. I mean,
Yeah.
you were like, you idiot. It's 2,000th house. All right. What do we got?
2000th.
Ben Gay.
Oh, my God.
Gay. Played for the
Oh,
Browns.
Prince. I remember Prince of Mukamura.
Anyone?
What?
Anyone?
What, Ben Gay?
What, the Browns?
Played for the Browns.
Ben Gay did?
All right.
Oh.
How long?
You shouldn't put Ben Gay. You shouldn't put Ben Gay in your butt. Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
You should not put Ben Gay on your butt. If you're listening at home, do not put Ben Gay on
Rock
your
ya
butt.
sin.
What?
Rock ya sin.
Stop skipping
Wait a
so
minute.
far ahead.
I'm finding the funny ones. We only have so
What
much
is
time.
16?
All of these are funny.
Say the last
Akib
name of
Talib.
number 16.
I got it.
Tishamanga.
Tishamanga Biakabut.
Blaga Batuka.
That's an I. Biaka Batuka.
Oh!
I thought that's
I remember
an L.
him.
Caleb,
Biaka
is that it?
Batuka?
Yeah.
Biaka Batuka. I mean, he's obviously
I just never saw it written down.
of Native American
You think
descent.
this guy's in relation to Darius Rucker?
Frosty Rucker? He is?
You think?
I don't know.
Darius.
No.
Look,
This
if
guy's
you
name
look
is
down,
Prince.
Prince of Mukamura. Yeah, I remember him. I remember him
Yeah,
specifically.
Yeah.
Number 20, Ashton Yabooty. Is that
Awesome.
Bodie? It must be
Yabooty?
Bodie, right?
You would think.
Yabodi.
Yabooty.
Booty would be two O's, right?
That's a good like.
It's telling me no,
That's a good insult.
but my body.
Is Sauce
Yabooty.
Gardner's real name Sauce Gardner?
I don't know. I guess so.
I'm gonna have to look that
Hercules Matafa. Mataafa. Hercules Mataafa.
up.
Yeah, it's hard to
Oh,
say because
man.
like they have Juju on here, but that's not his
You have
name.
Juju on here.
Bronco Nagurski. That's an old time bear, isn't it? Bronco Nagurski.
Yeah.
No one said Troy Polamalu's middle name. Troy Ayuma Polamalu.
Amo.
Say 36. Anybody?
TJ.
TJ Hashmanzaza. No, I got it.
TJ
Hashmanzaza.
Hashmanzada. Hashmanzada.
Hashman does. Oh boy.
I'm just gonna call him
TJ Hashmanzada.
Hashmanzada. Mazada.
Hashmanzada.
Hashmanzada. That's right.
Hashmanzada. TJ Hushmanzada.
It's a cool name.
That's it.
Uchi-
TJ Hushmanzada.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Uchi Nawarni. I feel like I can't even say that.
Warney.
Like I shouldn't
Maybe
say
it's like
it.
a Warney. Like you don't really pronounce the
I
end.
feel like I shouldn't say it.
Yeah,
Oh,
this one's
boy.
hard. Ikpanmawusa. That's so racist. What I just did.
Epashkmanona. Oh, Simba. You're the king of the Pride Lands. You scumbag.
Circle of life, man.
Yeah. Huntsanana, squash banana.
Like, it's hard to read something like that and not at least get a little tribal.
But why did you have to get so tribal?
I mean, come on.
This is their top 12 funniest names.
Oh my God, Greedy Williams.
Greedy
Wait,
Williams.
can you give me a
perfect,
beer?
perfect name for a
Does anyone want a beer?
pro.
Beer?
Got one.
Randy Bullock is a free agent.
How is it still cold?
He's just a man.
Oh,
I'm just awesome.
you want one of these?
No, okay.
Greedy Williams, Randy Bullock.
Randy Bullock's okay. That's not that bad. Prince Tiga Wanogho.
He looks.
Wanogho.
All right, this is probably. He looks like the dude from Black Panther that tried to fight for the.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think it is him.
They're the same guy.
I think it's the same guy, right? That's not racist. Hey, can you do your Pride Lands accent again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Juju Smith.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Andrew, go ahead. Hit this one up.
Oh, yeah, that's you, Andrew.
His nickname is simply Obo, so we're good there.
No, go ahead and read the whole thing.
Akbani
I see.
Akaranktu.
I see what you're doing.
Akaranktu.
I see what you're doing.
Ankaraku.
No, do it the way you want to do it.
Akbani
Oh my God, Rocky Sin.
Rakusin. That's like
The Raiders acquired Rocky Sin.
it's like maybe when he tells me that.
I mean, at what point do we
Sin City.
diverge from pro football players to stripper names? I mean,
Yeah, these are pretty all close to stripper names.
Equinamia.
Coming to the stage,
This is-
Equinemius St. Brown.
This is
put your
a
hands together.
this is Amar St. Brown's brother.
Oh, really?
Amron, is that what his name
And
is?
only one. Is he
I'm
playing?
Yeah, he's currently playing.
Was St.
Doesn't
Brown a
the other-
Packer? Was St. Brown a Packer?
Wait, doesn't I thought
No,
Amar
St.
St.
Brown's a
Brown plays
Detroit
for the
Lions.
Bears.
Was he a Packer?
And then
thought
I thought he was a Packer, but
He
now
was a Packer,
He plays
yeah.
for the Bears now.
Oh, I didn't realize that was his first name. I've seen
And Dominican Sue.
Oh, he's the worst player in the NFL. He steps on people's faces.
I don't think he plays anymore.
Good. Ha Clinton Dix.
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb. That's not his real name.
Dude, you just go, Clinton Dix. Oh, Andrew, go ahead.
Oh my.
Oh, this is Tua's real. Say his middle name in the middle of this though.
I don't know. Oh,
Is it
yeah,
you
Troy?
do.
Is it Troy?
No, it's Donnie.
Donnie.
I don't call
Should have led with the middle name.
Tua redacted Manuelapolola. That's not it.
You nailed it, dude. I think that's exactly it.
Manuelapola.
I like how you're starting from the middle and not even trying to get the first couple letters.
I got the first part. Tua redacted Manuelapola.
Why are you saying redacted? Why are you saying
There's a
redacted?
couple letters in there I don't want to say.
Oh. I was like, why do you keep
For
saying
those
redacted?
of you that want to know, go ahead and look up Tua's full name.
I'll say it. It's not. I'm not saying it to be mean. And he's Hawaiian. Tua Nigamanulo Peloa. I feel like that's it.
You about to cross a line.
Donnie Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa.
That was fun. Keep going. Is there one more? Is that it?
I think that's it.
Can you just search for me one time? Just worst names of all time, and then we can stop. I just want to see worst names in general of all
Just
time.
in general?
Yeah, just like the worst names that people have named their kids.
Andrew.
Oh,
Top 10 worst names of all time.
dude, you just got burned.
This is biblical.
Gaylord is a pretty. Dude, number 2.
Ruined a perfectly good name. One guy ruined a perfectly good name.
You saying I can't name my kid Adolf? I like it. It's a family name.
I mean, it died.
We can vote on it, dude. We should vote on
How
it.
is it not number one?
Gaylord's
Wait,
worse
yeah,
than
just to
Adolf?
be clear,
Adolf took
Whatever-
care of Gaylord.
whatever website this is was like, what's worse than Adolf Hitler? Being named gay. My God. Then you have Dick, which is really Richard.
Version
2.0?
Oh,
Is that
I
a
think
real
that's
name?
just like if you name your kid the same name. Maybe.
Okay.
Alexis.
Alexis Pubert. That is a
Pubert.
terrible name.
Porky? Who's naming their kid Porky?
Pig cage.
Wait.
Yeah.
Moon Unit?
Yeah. Oh, that's Dweezil Zappa. That's his daughter.
Oh,
Moon
yeah,
Unit.
Moon Unit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
What
are
is-
the other kids?
Or no, Frank Zappa. That's his daughter, and Dweezil was his son. Dweezil Zappa.
Dweezil. And Ahmed
Yeah.
Zappa? Is there an
What did-
Ahmed Zappa? There is, right?
That I don't know.
I think there is
I
an
just
Ahmed
remember
Zappa.
Moon Unit.
What did Elon Musk name his most recent child?
X, yeah,
It
yes.
was like a
Yeah,
formula or
some
something,
stupid-
wasn't
okay.
it? Yeah.
That's
Let's say
ridiculous.
it wasn't like a name.
Could you imagine being that kid? You're like, my dad named me a stupid name. It's like, yeah, but he's got $46 billion. So why don't you shut up, XAE?
Yeah, he has a teacher. He's not in the classes.
Is XAE here? And he's like, yeah, you said it wrong.
you said it wrong.
He's homeschooled. It's just his dad.
Yeah.
Kaka.
Kaka. That's not a good name.
Yeah, that's a bad
Yeah.
one. Olga.
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 That doesn't sound like a sexy masseuse.
Olga will come back around.
I mean,
It sounds like a sexy
would
masseuse.
come
doesn't
back
it?
there's
around.
like
feel
2 or
like
3
not.
of them that work in my company.
Olgas?
Yeah.
Why do you have so many Olgas working?
I asked the same question.
I've never met one Olga.
Yeah,
You
I've
have
never
three?
met one.
He's got capitalizing on all of them.
Are you? Are they from this country?
Yeah.
And they work in
Yeah.
for the government.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Nazi thing, doesn't it?
What's wrong with Gavin?
The way he spelled it. I'll tell you that right now.
Gavyn.
That's Gavin.
I don't know
Newsom's
what's wrong
fault.
with Ian either, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ian's fine.
Yeah. Opal.
Opal,
not
that's okay.
bad.
Fluffy. Who's naming their kids
okay.
Fluffy?
Cat people.
Sextina?
That's a bad one.
Are people naming their kids
Eugene.
Eugene is
Yeah,
not a good
Eugene's-
name.
Eugene's
I like
bad.
the name Eugene.
You can be cool with Eugene
Can you?
if you rock
You
it.
have to be black.
You definitely have to be black. Yeah, that's a good point.
No.
That's a good point.
Ladasha.
Ladasha. That's Ladasha.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It
yes.
is. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I've seen that on a birth certificate.
So if I saw this,
And I said Leah.
they'd be like, "You didn't say my name right."
It's,
Oh,
it's
it's
spelled
Ladash.
LE-A.
yeah.
Let's go, Balaki.
Balake.
Where's
Gertrude.
Aaron?
Gertrude will come back.
No,
Gertie.
it won't.
Hey, Gertie.
Cody.
Why is Cody on here? Cody's
Cody.
a common
Oh my
name.
God, Cody. Sorry,
Top 10
Cody.
worst
Alex.
names.
Ooh,
Hey,
Bartholomew.
whoa, easy.
Bartholomew.
Cody's above Bartholomew.
Bartholomew's a hard name because you got to go Bart, right?
Bart.
And if
They
you're
have
not from the
Alex.
1800s, Bart's not a good name.
John.
John.
Some of these names are like
Irwin.
I kind of like the name Irwin.
If you're an Ernie,
Steve
you can
Irwin.
rock it, you know.
Ernie.
Boris.
As long as you have a big penis.
Boris Johnson. It's the only one I know.
So
right, I wanna
Vladimir's
see-
Vladimir's not on that list.
Yeah.
There's a ton of bad people's names that we.
I was gonna say Adolf was a trump card.
It's pretty rough that Adolf was second to Gaylord on this list.
Yeah.
Here you go, James. Your wide receiver. C.D. Lamb's real name is
Sedarian.
Sedarian DeLon.
Probably Kadarian.
Yeah.
Kadarian.
His
Oh,
last
so
name?
he goes CD for his first and last name. But what's is Lamb his last name?
I don't know.
Oh,
what.
Sedarian DeLeon Lamb.
Is his
Yeah.
first and middle name.
That is a nightmare. That is a nightmare. He needs to stop.
Kadarian.
I'd go by CD too.
How about Leon? It's in there. I don't have to change it. Just drop a bunch of letters off.
Ha Clinton's Dick's real name is
Hashan.
Tershawn
Hashan, Trishan,
Clinton Dix.
Who did he play for in college?
LSU, I think.
Okay, because I mean, I constantly remember hearing the name Clinton. Diggs.
Hashan Trayshawn is not a good name.
Yeah.
And this is a word to everybody out there. Don't apostrophize your last name.
Yeah.
Oh, Alabama.
Okay.
I apologize.
I was gonna say I kept remembering
Can you search
hearing his name.
Or don't
He
hyphenate,
hate
sorry.
me. XFL. Rod Smart.
You already saw it.
Like the easiest name ever.
He played for the Eagles, too.
Who
He
is
changed his name to He Hate Me.
No, in the XFL,
You get
Oh,
to
you
pull
could have whatever name you want on the back of your jersey. So he had He Hate Me.
What even is that?
He Hate Me?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Probably somebody that doesn't like him.
He hate me.
Robbie
I know.
Chosen.
So what's his
What
his
an
original name was Robbie Anderson.
Anderson.
Then Chosen Anderson.
What an
Yes.
Now Robbie Chosen.
Yes.
Is he playing still?
Yeah, he plays for the Dolphins. He caught a
Oh
touchdown
my
pass
God.
last week.
He did?
Yeah.
That's a nightmare.
It really is.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
He makes a lot of money, so.
I think everybody should have freedoms. It's America, but we should put a stop to this kind of stuff.
What? Just changing your name to
No,
something?
not even really change. Yeah, no, not changing your name specifically, but like this guy's doing it. Like he's like Chosen Anderson, and he was like, oh wait, It's not like super cool in the back of my jersey. Now I'm
First you
Robbie
change your name. Now what? Now what do you want to change?
Gender?
next? Gender.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Let me go with that. First change your name, then all of a sudden we're cutting our kids' penises off, and it's a downhill slide. On the last 10 minutes of this podcast, let's talk about cutting penises. Are you done? No.
Oh, Dak's real name is Rain Dakota Prescott.
How'd you get Dax?
What?
Is it D-A-K?
I
Rain?
assume Dak.
The name Rain. That's hilarious. I feel like that's like what the.
I feel like he was adopted by a white woman.
I think
That's
that just
like
this moment I thought it was Dax.
That's like what the.
that had like dream catchers in her car all the time.
That's like the blue hair girl in middle school or high school that like you get to class.
We're talking
one
about the
day,
same person.
You're
Andrew.
like, hey Olivia,
Tony's
and they're like, my name's Rain now.
Tony Romo's name is Antonio Ramiro Romo.
Oh,
Quite a name.
Charles.
I didn't know his
Oh
name
my
was
gosh.
Charles. I would never.
Odell Beckham Jr. is Odell Cornelius Beckham Jr.
Nice.
Now we're just throwing people's middle names in there, but
Yeah.
he was born in 93. When were you born?
98.
I was born in 93.
You were born in 93?
Mhm.
The same age as Dak Prescott
Yeah, but better looking.
and better at football.
Oh.
I wouldn't say that.
You're better at football.
He's pretty good.
He's not good at
Caleb, how many
Sure.
Super Bowls have you won?
None.
And how many Super Bowls has Dak Prescott won?
Also none. So,
Interesting.
Hey,
That's an
there you
interesting fact.
but we'll see.
But
how
if we want to
Cowboys
get
look this
into
year.
it, how much money does he get paid to play football, and how much money do I get paid to play football?
We're not talking about money, Caleb. We're talking about championship
Accolades,
Super
complete
Bowl rings.
accolades.
Sorry, I'm just on these NFL football player names. They're just funny to me.
J.D. McKissick's real name. Joshua Dobie McKissick. Is it Dobby or Dobie? It's Dobby.
It's got to be Dobby, right?
Yeah, it's Dobby.
Dobby's better.
You freed me, sir.
What's going on here?
A sock.
AJ Brown's real name is Arthur Juan Brown. So the Juan isn't even like a J sound, right?
Right.
That doesn't matter.
How do you want us to say his name? A.W.
Brown.
A. Brown.
A Juan Brown.
A. Brown.
That would be better than AJ.
Hey, Juan.
A Juan Brown.
Caleb's like that. Juan doesn't even make a hard J sound.
You don't get to be.
You don't get to
AJ,
be A.J.
unless you're Anthony
Hey,
Johnson.
AJ Green. Adderall.
Nope.
I think it's Adriel.
Adriel?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Jeremiah Green.
Let's stop here. And then let me say one thing because that just reminded me. The new Little Mermaid is the
Oh.
biggest piece of trash garbage I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, did you guys watch
Okay,
that?
wow.
Me and Laura started watching it.
Oh.
And Adriel reminded me of Ariel.
Oh.
I was
First
where you got
off,
there.
the crab looks real as hell.
Does it creep you out a little?
I mean, you're like, it can't talk. It's a crab.
Yeah.
But they kind of were like, we still have to go with the racist Jamaican voice. Like, we can't skip that out. So he still got a racist Jamaican voice, which is fantastic. Like, if it was just like some like white guy, like, hey, you gotta under the sea, under the sea.
Oh my.
You get Tom Hanks to be the voice of the crab.
Yeah,
Well, son.
under the sea. But it is a nonsense movie. I know they made a big deal. After I texted the guys and I was like, "Do you guys know The Little Mermaid is black now?" And they're like, "Did you not hear this?" But at first, like,
They even got the horse.
they got the horse.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
In the animated one, when they ride off on a carriage.
Oh, yeah,
white,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
white horse. Now it's a black horse.
Oh, I didn't get to the end, James.
Okay, sorry.
I had enough.
That's semantics.
Have you seen the reel of like they have a picture of the new Little Mermaid, and then they're like, man, these oil spills in the ocean are getting bad.
Oh Jesus!
Oh gosh.
Oh my God. Anyway, I give it 17 negative thumbs down. Do not watch. If you're gonna watch
I mean,
Little Mermaid,
is it
watch
the
the old
acting
one.
that bad or what?
The acting's not great. It's also not what you want it to be.
Okay.
Like I thought the Lion
Alright.
King was okay, the new one.
Yeah.
I thought Aladdin was good.
Well, that was good.
This is
Yeah,
this
Aladdin
is
was okay.
this
If-
is woke nonsense.
If if Will Smith was not in Aladdin, it would have been terrible.
You think he made it better?
Yeah, but he made the movie. If he wasn't in it,
He was good in it.
I don't think
Like
it
he
would've
was
been
great
good.
in it. He was great.
That's what Rachel. We were sitting down to watch a movie last night, and she's like, "What do you want to watch?" And then they had the movie Elemental on Disney Plus and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And she's like, "It's a newer Disney movie." It's like, I hesitate to watch
don't
any
know.
newer
Watch it.
Disney movies.
You
So
can't
I went
watch
to the
That's a
good old
Pixar.
school Toy Story. Like,
I think Elemental's a Pixar.
it was
is, but that-
Disney,
that's part of
Pixar
it.
together.
But
Yeah.
I mean, like so, like
the
read.
Pixar, I think, are okay.
I didn't even-
honestly. Did y'all watch the one that was like the guy, the jazz guy, and he went. His
No,
soul
I
was
didn't
gone.
watch that. It looked like a
No.
nightmare.
It's like a super pro-life movie if you think about it.
Like they're like you can't
The whole
abort
i-
anything.
The whole idea is that you have a soul before, and your soul is like chosen before you're born, and then you.
Well,
go
Disney's woke as hell. I mean, they're
That's
just
pretty
woke right now.
anti-woke.
What's that?
That
Having
the
a soul.
idea that you're a human before you're born.
I don't know if it's trying to say that because they're pretty freaking woke.
I haven't seen the movie, so I can't
From
say
my
much.
perspective,
can't.
that's what I. Said.
But I will say, like, I appreciate them coming up with live action ones because I grew up with those movies.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah.
But like, I didn't even watch Mulan because Mabry watched it and he was like, they don't even have Mushu, like the little dragon.
forget
They
that.
just cut it out. That's like a huge part of it.
yeah,
That's the only reason I like the animated one.
It's
He's
like if
the
you,
second character. Like,
yeah.
if you think of Mulan,
if they were like, we made Little Mermaid, but there's no Sebastian, I'd be like, what is the point?
yeah.
What is the point? I don't even get it.
You got to have comic relief.
Yeah, you think I care about Ariel? And she's stupid. She's dumb.
She trades her voice.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't sing or talk. Well, good. Just like
Didn't want to hear it anyway.
yeah. Anyway,
So
well, go ahead.
Here's one.
Okay.
Have you guys, I've started watching Band of Brothers.
That's a
Yeah,
great.
oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
H-
Seen
I
that?
saw it years ago,
Yeah.
and I saw that it's on HBO again. And
It's
a couple
one of
other
those
things.
that I've tried to watch, and it's just like never get the time.
Yeah.
But now, like, by God, I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It's so good.
We are the weakest people I've ever seen.
Compared to those guys,
Compared to
yeah.
that, I'm like,
Hey, you want to watch another
Wow.
one? Watch the Pacific. It's even worse.
yeah, I've seen ads for that.
Yeah, it's the
that-
same producers, same vibe, but just the Pacific.
yeah, Band of
story.
Brothers
It's
is
crazy.
pretty wild.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's,
we're
it's my
losers.
grandparents, and I'm
Yeah,
just,
that's
I'm sitting there like,
Have you-
holy crap!
Have you seen and this is a little off topic kind of, but have you seen the like reels about what the gym class fitness test was in the
Yes.
1960s
Yeah.
under or Kennedy and stuff like that?
Wild.
Yeah.
The
And-
original president's
Yeah.
test or whatever. Yeah.
And like it was like it's like you have to like and things that we think of, right, isn't something challenging like doing 16 push-ups,
Yeah,
running a 7-minute mile, like
Yeah, that was a
like
big
all these
deal.
things were part of the presidential like fitness club and stuff like that. And people are like people can't string 5 push-ups together.
I bet
had
you
to
couldn't.
do
I
that.
bet how many people can you name that can run a 7-minute mile like legit?
Oh, not many.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be
I mean, I
it
think
had to be a really good day for me.
I know. It's
I'm
like, I need somebody chasing me.
Yeah.
or a bear.
I was gonna say, like, even when I was in high school, like if you took a PE class, you had to do like that little test, but it was
Yeah.
like complete BS by
Yeah.
the time that I was doing it. And like you had to do,
Like,
I can't remember like what first of all, there were no qualifications. You had to do a mile within 20 minutes.
So you just walk
could
it.
walk
Most
it,
people
yeah.
walked it.
Yeah, walk
Yeah.
it.
And or like the push-up thing, like it was ridiculous.
Just try your
If
best.
you could do 5 push-ups, you're like, dude, that guy is fit.
Do you see how God do 5 push-ups?
5 push-ups.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
It was
That guy
ridiculous.
is fit.
See, you were in a much bigger school, so like you had like a wider range of
I
things.
mean, you
but
had
like,
the athletes, but like the normal population wasn't
wasn't into it.
Yeah.
But sorry. that
So
was
like
lost.
back in that war time, like people died of trench foot, like not even fighting.
Yeah.
They were just in the place that was keeping them safe, and they
Yeah.
died from the place that kept them safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
World
mean,
War I
it's
was terrible.
It'd be like dying from fort foot or
what's
base
the,
foot.
What's the movie that it's all continuous?
1917.
Is that it?
All
Is
quiet
that
on the
it?
Western Front.
No, he's
No,
thinking
no.
about the 1917 where the
Yeah.
guy's delivering mail to
Oh, dude, that movie is
That movie
hard
is-
to watch.
is
Holy
so
crap!
good.
Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
Dude, it is wild.
It's
that
very,
that
very
one
good.
that yeah you basically spend a day in World War One. And
It
you're like,
is.
This is terrible.
It is. It looks wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also
crazy.
I also
Like
learned
in a
recently
first-person like perspective.
you follow this guy.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have this like really cool scene where he's like running across a trench like along it while they're like battling because he's trying to deliver like a really important message.
Yeah.
And like the shot is the coolest thing.
The
ever.
message is we surrender.
No.
I was just joking.
No, I think it's to like
Who must
save-
not be on the USA side?
I think it's to like save somebody, right? Kind of like a save private.
like they're about to launch an offensive or something, and they got intelligence that like
right.
it will go terrible. We've got to stop them, and they didn't have radios,
Yeah.
and so they're like you have to run this message. And he goes, your brother is in that platoon or,
Oh,
or
that's
in,
right.
that,
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
battalion or something like that, and he's like, you
Dude,
got to do it.
could you imagine being like a true like a servant or a infantry person and being like, hey, you take this message. You're going to run it right across the enemy line. You're going to go right through that line. They're going to try to kill you. It's no big deal. But if you don't get this message across, just a bunch of people are going to die. Yeah. No pressure. He's talking about private.
It wasn't even, It wasn't even like that. It was like, get this across several countries.
Yeah.
You don't know it's kind of funny now? And it's not funny, but
you just text it.
Hey, bro,
don't do it.
Yeah. But that I think Andrew sent it to us the other day, the Shane Gillis skit with he was talking about, he's like, you know who really aren't that great? Navy SEALs.
Shane Gillis
like, going in with their night vision, all this stuff. He's like, you know who's pretty hardcore? The Pakistan military.
Al Qaeda.
Not the Pakistan.
He's like, you know what we train? Monkey bars. You see these monkey bars? Do
you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, watch Shane Gillis' new special. It's so funny.
It is really
he's a
funny.
history buff too, so some of his comedy's about history.
He's not
really
crapping
funny.
on it. He's just joking. But like,
his ex-girlfriend had sex with a SEAL, and he was like saying that he was probably way better than him. So he's like saying, our Navy SEALs aren't even really that great.
What's funny is that when I was working with them and stuff, there was one. They were talking about all the comms and backups and this, that, the other, and because we were working with them on their technology. And we're like, well, so what do you guys do on these missions? They go, oh, God. They said every mission planning was the same. It was like, okay, primary point of communication is X. And he goes, our secondary backup is going to be this. And, they're kind of going down this whole long line. He said it never failed. Someone would go, okay, what are we really going to do? And they go, well, we got a sat phone.
Yeah. Like, I don't think the guys, did the SEAL Team 6 know they were going to hit bin Laden?
Yeah.
Until they got there, or did they know on the way there?
They had a pretty good idea.
They didn't know that. They don't tell them that right off the bat.
They did not know exactly until they were actually.
They were like, "Hey, we're gonna kill a pretty bad terrorist,"
and
they're like, "Oh, it's bin Laden." They're like, "It's not. Don't say it."
But everything about it, like they mobilized extremely quick, and then they dropped them in. I think it was in Virginia, is where they set up their training center. And they're like, "Okay, this is all new. What the heck is going on?"
They had built a complete 1-to-1 scale of his build compound.
I mean, they go into intense detail on whenever they do a mission of any sort. They go into it.
They use satellites to like basically rebuild.
You know that friend I was telling you about that did rock climbing?
Yeah.
He was training SEAL Team 7 on cave entries for climbing in case what happened with SEAL Team 6 didn't happen right.
Yeah.
So if he was training Navy SEALs to climb into these caves, and so, which is pretty wild.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. So they were saying that they were doing it as if it were real. So they had like a guy that was blindfolded as if he was Osama bin Laden. And the guy that was the blindfolded guy said, you wouldn't even believe it, but you didn't know that they were anywhere near you until they touched you. Oh, so it was like total silence. You just have a band, like a thing wrapped around your eyes. And then you have like a gun on your neck and the guys are grabbing you. You're like, oh my God.
That reminds one of my buddies that was a SEAL. He was telling me when they were training, this is when he was becoming a SEAL. He said one of the SQT training rounds that they were doing is that they more or less like wrestle with him, beat him up, this, that, the other. They drag him into a room. He's got a hood on his head and all that kind of crap. And you're sitting there and you have your weapon belt with you. And then basically they raise the hood and you have a scenario in front of you and you have to react.
Oh, jeez.
And it was all these different silhouettes. And he said he was like, as soon as the hood came off, he grabs his gun and just dumps rounds across.
Everybody?
Everybody's
dead.
And I go, is that what you're supposed to do? He goes, oh, no.
Yeah.
No. He goes, I got in all kind of trouble. They're like, you shot a grandmother. And his response to it goes, why did she blindfold me?
That's one of those things that I would do. Like, I would mow everybody down. I'd drop my gun and be like, woo!
That's about what
y'all can get it. Like, there was one bad guy. You killed 30 people.
I know.
Like,
they're all like, you're
sure
not
did?
supposed to do that. He goes, well, why did they beat me up?
Fair question.
Hey, like, don't blindfold a SEAL if you want to stay alive.
That's a bad omen.
All right. We covered everything today. This was so
we
fun.
kind of went all over, huh?
I know Andrew has to go pick up his brother.
Yeah.
So let's call it here. But this was super fun, James. Thanks for jumping on.
Awesome, man. Hey,
cheers. Yeah, cheers. Cheers, Caleb.
Cheers.
Andrew, cheers.
Thanks
cheers
for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. We'll see you guys next week.
Happy to have it.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Make you pick 'em up.
Peace.